Hello, you have Ross with the Honeybee Guys. Wanted to touch base on our BVAC box. We've gotten several emails in the last couple of weeks in regards to how it was built, how it was designed, why we chose this design. Basically, it's very simple. We like to go by the KISS theory, keep it simple, stupid. Basically, what we have here is a small box, very similar to this one on the bottom. We have an entrance with a screen gate in the front that we attach our vacuum hose to. We have a top which has a vacuum regulation hole. On the back side of that top we have another hole where our vacuum actually attaches to. Quite simple so far. Inside, what we have is a screened inner board. All it is window screen meshed between two pieces of 1/8 inch plywood, and we also made it that we can slide it in completely, slide it out completely. Once we get to the site, we will take our top, duct tape the seam all the way around just to make sure we don't have a lot of leaks. We'll take a ratchet strap, go around it. We'll hook up our vacuum line, hook the vacuum hose to the back. We usually regulate it about halfway. That gives us enough suction. We'll go ahead and vacuum the bees to get the numbers down. In these two medium bodies, we will put the brood in rubber bands into the empty frames. Once we get the bees completely removed, we will take this inner cover that has a screen over the top. We have a bottom board with a screen on the front, and we will actually remove this vacuum hose, leave the vacuum running, close this screen, take the top off, shut the vacuum down, and what we will do is we will take the two medium hive bodies that have the framed brood comb in here, set this directly on top, slide this forward just a hair so the bees can start migrating right on the site into their new hive, and we'll have it all ratchet strapped together. Once we get to the apiary, we will set this whole system where we want it to go in the apiary. The next day, we simply just take the top two boxes off from the vac box itself, set it down onto a bottom board, put a hive top cover on the hive itself, and the bees are already inside. You already have a ready-made hive. Like I said, it's quite simple. We have several of these, 3 or 4 that I know of. We've gotten 2 or 3 calls in one day for cutouts, so you have to have enough BVACs to make sure that you have enough for the day's activities. Anyway, again, that's pretty simple, pretty basic. They do have a RoboVac style. I'm sure you've heard of it. That has the vacuum on top of the vac box itself. I, for one, am not a fan of that for several reasons. One, because you have a BVAC right on top of your bees that is going for hours. I can imagine that would only piss off the bees even more than what they already are. You're already displacing them from their home. 2, it's noisy for us because our vac hose is only 10 foot in length. We like to keep a short vac hose, that way the mortality rate is less on the bees themselves. And 3, we like to have our vacuum 20-25 feet away, so it's quieter. It makes an easier removal for the bees and ourselves. We don't have to scream over a vacuum that's right next to us. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Pretty simple. All right, take care.